Hello, everyone. I am doing this because this way I can't run from it. Some of you may know, many of you don't, but I just recently had a heart procedure, and I thought things would just carry on afterward the way that they would normally. I just maybe heal for a few days, um, but that's not the way things worked out. Not at all. You see, ever since I've had the procedure, well, even a little bit before, my balance has been off. My I've grown more and more irritable, and after it was all said and done, I came home. I was staggering in ways that I'd never had before, and I exploded on my wife. Didn't hit her, God, thank God for that. But I just lost my patience and started screaming and hitting walls, and just being absolutely crazy upset over absolutely nothing. And then I hurt her feelings, and she started to explain that I had hurt her feelings, and I went off on that. I can't explain why other than one thing. I think it's the only thing that might explain it all. Quite frankly, folks, I'm scared. Scared to death. Quite literally, scared to death. I'm afraid of dying. I'm afraid of being useless. I'm afraid of being I'm afraid of being a burden. I After I got out of the hospital, tried to help with the fish fry. Now, mind you, I knew that I wasn't in any real shape to do much of anything. So I volunteered to just sit at a table, take money. And that was it. That's all I wanted to do. And then more people started coming up to me and said, "No, you really need to go home. You just got out of the hospital. You just had a heart procedure. Even though it was minor, you still need to go home and rest." And I didn't want to listen, but I walked across the room, and I'm using my cane a whole lot more than I used to. And then the next thing I know, I went to go pick up a piece of sugar free cherry pie, not much bigger than that. I picked it up and my hand started shaking. I was able to keep the pie on the plate. I walked it over to my table and I picked up the cherry pie, and my hand was shaking as I put it in my mouth. One of the guys came back and I said, "You know what? On second thought, maybe I should go home." And like I said, I blew up at my wife. It was one of those things that I just didn't expect. I had no reason to blow up at her. She was just messing around. But I just took it completely off off the wrong end. And for that, I am going to privately apologize to my wife when she wakes up, and I'm publicly apologizing to her in front of God and everybody. That way, I can't run from it, or I can't say it was this or it was that. Not that I want to, but I've got to be held accountable. I really do. Um, I've got to be accountable to everyone who knows me. There are many who would say, "Well, you shouldn't do this on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter," which is what I'm broadcasting on right now. And maybe they're right, but I don't know of any other way that I can I don't know if there is a way I can make this right. All I know is that by acknowledging that I am scared, I am scared of dying. I'm scared of being useless. I'm scared of passing into that undiscovered country, as Shakespeare put it, without anybody knowing who I am, what I've been through, who I am. I want to thank each and every one of you for listening. And if you're wanting to know how I'm able to broadcast to all three platforms at the same time and to move my camera and to switch cameras and things like that, not that that's important, but in case you might want to take up this hobby of live streaming, I'm not paid for this. I just want to recommend that you check out StreamYard and OBS. OBS is a free software that can help you manage cameras and act like a studio. StreamYard has a free service, a $25 and a $50 service. And it's web-based, so you don't have to download any software. But these are the tools I've used to make this public confession. If you want to know more about me, you can email me at kdkayser.op@gmail.com. Again, I want to thank everybody for listening. And God bless and good night.